Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the subcommittee for Senate File 106, a bill I put in myself. This is I guess I call it a code cleanup, a removal of conflict within the code. The short history of it is that we have on the books for a long time hunting regulations requiring firearms to be in cases while you're hunting. Then in subsequent years, we passed constitutional carry, removing the need for a permit and having the ability to have it done not in a case. But we have these two items in conflict because we neglected to remove the cased weapon language. So the bill has a striking of the cased weapon language to correct manner of conveyance. And in the same code chapter is a removal of snowmobiles and four-wheelers. They're just really a code cleanup. We can have discussion on that in a bit, but otherwise, Senator Webster, Knox, do you have opening comments? Yeah. Okay. We'll go around the room. We will start with the public going around the room, and then I will go to Zoom world up there, the electronic attendees. So I guess we'll start with Pass. Richard, would you go ahead and start?
Yes, thank you, Senator. Richard Rogers with Iowa Firearms Coalition. We have sought a change in both of these areas for some time, particularly the manner of conveyance, which said that if you are on a vehicle on a public highway, that your gun has to be unloaded and either cased or broken down. And that was established way back when basically the law said thou shalt not have a gun except, and there were a few exceptions and few people with permits. We went to a point where we had over 400,000 Iowans with permits to carry, could carry guns in vehicles, and now permitless carry. I'm sorry, I forgot we were doing this. So it's a new paradigm now. Oops. Yeah, it's on. It's a new paradigm now, and we do need to seek this change. We're also in favor of the change on ATVs and snowmobiles, which has been changed over the years, and there's just a little bit of a vestige of it left. It's very confusing language. I got calls on it even this fall before session started, and we like to see these changes.
Thank you, Mike.
Mike Heller here on behalf of the Iowa State Snowmobile Association. As of right now, we're just monitoring the bill. Send it out for comments. Thank you. Dr. Appel, DNR, just monitoring.
Could you just pass it down the table? There we go. Well, that's around the table, around the periphery of the room. Is there anybody on the electronic on Zoom who would like to? You can use the raise your hand feature to be noticed, and we'd be happy to call on you. Rita Carter, you were the first to put your hand up. Please go ahead. Rita, and there we go. Now we can.
All right. Thank you. So this only applies to snowmobiles and ATVs. Is that correct?
The striking of one paragraph affects every Iowan in the state because it removes a prohibition to have a weapon case while you're hunting, which is in conflict with every Iowan's opportunity to bear arms. So it's a hunting situation paragraph, but it affects every Iowan.
Okay, so anybody would have to do is say they are hunting. If they have a loaded gun in their car, it's just going hunting.
No, ma'am. That's actually it's kind of just the opposite. While you are hunting is the only time that conservation law enforcement would say that you needed to have a case. This is removing that so that while you're hunting, you are equal to all the other Iowans who are lawfully carrying weapons under Iowa code.
I understand that part. Yeah, but my question is, how do you tell somebody is hunting or not? They're in a group, they wear something, a certain kind of clothing. Can't somebody just say, oh, I'm going hunting? And illegal here.
No, ma'am, this is the simplification. Every Iowan already can bear arms and have uncased weapons. So we're just making it clear to enforcement and to Iowa hunters, you don't need to have a weapon case while you're hunting either, because if they weren't hunting, they would not have to have a case.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Would anybody else like to raise their hand? I'm not seeing any, but I'll keep an eye on it. Otherwise, senators, do you have any questions or comments?
I have a question. Are there any other, oh, sorry. Yep. Sorry, are there any other vehicles like boats or bikes or anything that we need to add in here to clean it up as well?
I do not know of any other vehicles that have a prohibition listed. So, I mean, so, yes, I don't think we're leaving anything that we would say, oh, darn, we should have included. Thank you for the question.
Thank you, Senator Stoll, for bringing this bill forward. I think this is going to clean it up and make it a lot more simpler for Iowa just to not break the law, but possibly break the law. So, appreciate it.
And I plan to go ahead and sign this out, recommending passage. We'll move the bill here in our next meeting. I'd like to thank the DNR. You guys get a special shout out. DNR identified this immediately, and I and the legislature, but the folks who really work on Second Amendment, we failed to fix this conflict and put you in a tight spot for years. I'm sorry, we're getting it fixed, but you've been good to work with. We appreciate the effort. So anyway, I'm sorry it happened, and the rest of Iowans, we should have got this done a long time ago. So anyway, I'll go ahead and sign it. I'll give you guys the opportunity, and we will adjourn the subcommittee. Thank you.
You better mark that down on the calendar. He is. That's what he's doing right now.